I'm here with Ande Parks, the writer of the current run of Dynamite's The Lone Ranger. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for talking to me.
How have you been enjoying the convention so far?
It's good. To be honest, I haven't walked around too much, and when I do, it's crowded as hell. But it seems good. It's busy. Seems like a good environment.
How did you first get interested in making comics?
I went to college not really knowing why I was there or what the hell I was doing. And after a few years of that, I thought, I want to do something with my life that I enjoy. I think I like comics, and I think that's what I want to try to do. So I went out, I got a job at Pizza Hut. I worked at Pizza Hut for 6 years, and I just started making samples. I thought inking might be the fastest path into the business because I was kind of a late starter. Just started inking samples, going to conventions. That was a big part of it, going to conventions and getting feedback from whoever I could. And I just didn't give up until I made a living at it.
Did any other artists influence your work?
Yeah, quite a bit. There were the big guys that I loved early on, like Jack Kirby, Neil Adams, guys like that. But there were guys I interacted with personally, like my man Phil Hester here, my friend Mike Manley, guys I worked around or with who were really talented, and just being around them and working with them really influences what you do.
You started Lone Ranger recently. How was it picking up after Brett Williams' run?
It's good. It was a little intimidating. When I handed in the pitch, I was like, well, I don't know, this was a really good run. I hope I can follow it. But it took me an issue or two to kind of find my footing, and now I feel like I'm doing my own take, still based on that world that he kind of created within the Lone Ranger mythos, but I'm kind of doing my own take on it now. So he gave us a really good grounding, and then we kind of taken off on our own. I really enjoy it.
You also wrote a limited series, The Death of Zorro. How was it writing a classic character and sending him off?
Good. That was cool. It was funny. Nick asked me if I wanted to write that, and I said, oh, cool. I'll write 6 issues of Zorro doing heroic stuff, and then he'll die right at the end. And Nick said, good. Now you want to do it. Now Zorro's going to die in the first issue, and then it becomes a Lone Ranger book. I was like, damn. So it was a little hard to wrap my brain around that, but I think Nick had the right idea. We got to introduce Zorro. We didn't have to tell his whole life story, just give little hints of what's happened to him in the last 30 years. And then write him off, and then it becomes a vengeance story. It's Lone Ranger looking for justice after that, which is interesting to me.
Do you think Brett Williams and your own work on Lone Rangers encouraged Disney to bring a Lone Ranger movie?
I doubt it. It's possible that Dynamite's book being out there has helped keep the character in people's minds a little bit, but Hollywood tends to carry a big stick and function on its own terms, so I doubt we've had too much to do with theirs. And from what I can tell, the movie is not related to what we're doing in the comic at all.
What would be your dream project to work on after The Lone Ranger, if you ever choose to leave the book?
I've told Nick that I really love The Shadow, and there may be something happening there, maybe just a one-shot or something. I like big, powerful characters who can, with some mystique about them, and The Shadow fits all that. I've always loved Batman, but I've kind of got to work on Batman as an artist, and I kind of scratched that itch already. So maybe The Shadow, maybe more Zorro, and really what I'm passionate about is writing my own stuff that I create. I want to do more of that.
What kind of stuff would want to create for yourself in the future?
I've written some historical fiction. I really like that. I like telling stories that are history and kind of doing entertaining stuff, but also educating people a little bit about historical stuff. I like crime stuff. I like romance a lot, and I haven't done much of that. I want to do more of that kind of stuff. But really, I just like finding stories that have real-world stuff that I can relate to and that people might learn from.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the convention.
Yeah, thanks, man. You too.